Well, hello and welcome to the legendary Dubai Kartdrome, right in the centre of Motor City, Dubai. My name's Nick Damon and I'm joined by my various Karting Live TV friends. And my biggest friend is a man who's been here many times before. Why? Oh dear. Henry, the Kartdrome, a completely unique experience and a unique challenge.
It is. It's half Suzuka with the bridge, half Monaco with all the buildings around you. It's very, very physical, very demanding. No room for error. It's a real round the houses, to coin one of Joe Bradley's phrases, at the second sector of the lap. We're going to see very exciting racing. Biggest entry of the year so far. Lots of returning drivers. So 2 days of racing. Can't wait to get started.
Well, what I'd like you to do is get started by taking that damn Joe Bradley down and around the pits and talking to the great and the good in the paddock at Dubai.
I'll do my best to find him and see what we can come up with.
This gentleman here is David Bright. He is the head of karting at the Dubai Autodrome. David, that sounds quite a responsible job, but I want to talk to you this weekend about the visit, one of two visits to the Dubai Kartdrome of the UAE RMC. And I mean, what does it mean for the Dubai Kartdrome to have such a prestigious series like this?
Well, we like to position ourselves as the home of UAE karting, so it's great to have such a series like the Rotax Max here at Dubai Kartdrome, taking part in a double header, in fact, this weekend. Yeah. And it's a great way for all the drivers to warm up for the main event next week, which is the Dubai O-Plate, powered by Rotax.
Yes.
It's great. I think they have 132 entries this weekend across all the various Rotax categories. And if you just look at the paddock, how full it is. Every year the Rotax Max Challenge are coming to Dubai Kartdrome, and the paddock is getting bigger and bigger. I've got no space for my cars because it's all full of tents, which is a good thing for the scene.
Well, I was going to ask you, where are you parking people then if they want to come here to watch?
Well, if we want to come here to watch, we've got plenty of free parking outside the venue. We've got security guards there. You just have to say you're coming for the Rotax Max Championship. Actually, I've just given away the key code, haven't I?
Yes.
But there's a couple of car parks which are being communicated to the teams and the parents. And if you do want to park inside here, there is a little bit of an entry fee. But if you park outside, there's a 2-minute walk.
All of the teams that have been taking part in the UAE RMC, they're housed here. They've all got units here. This is their home track.
Exactly. So we like to position ourselves, I said earlier, as the home of the UAE karting. We have the Rotax main dealer, we have the KR main dealer, the Biro main dealer, the Tony Kart main dealer. We have all the main teams are based right here in front of you. And that's why 7 days a week the teams are on track, putting the laps in, honing their skills and setting up karts.
And Rotax has been a part of the Dubai Kartdrome, I would imagine, for quite a few years now in this region.
Yeah, I mean, Rotax was the first series at Dubai Kartdrome in 2005, and we've been partners ever since.
Yeah, you've done some karting, you've done some racing, as we all have. Do you ever get a chance to drive your own track?
I didn't drive a go-kart since I stopped racing in 2005, but 3 years ago I lost a bit of weight, and I do the regular SWS Ironman series on a Wednesday night. So I do that just to keep fit, but I'm still a bit big lad, but it's a good way of keeping fun.
Yeah, isn't it? Thanks for talking to us, David. I know you've got a very busy day. David Bright, everybody.
Thank you. See you soon.
Back at round 3 at Al Ain, there was a young man who made his debut in the commentary booth. Faris Haroun here joined us in the booth, and quite frankly, you were far too good at it, and we think we don't really need Henry. However, the bad news for us is your broken arm has healed and you're back in the kart. That's bad news for us, Faris.
You know, of course, and if I'm not doing a race, maybe I'm not going to do it. I'll always be glad to come and help again.
Well, you were really, really great, and the insight you were able to give us about being in the saddle of these karts was absolutely brilliant. But tell us, you're back out for round 4 here at the Dubai Kartdrome. I would imagine you were very, very happy to be in the kart rather than behind the microphone.
Yeah, of course, because, you know, when you're watching, you learn a lot more than you think. You get to see everyone's mistakes, you know. You get to see where they're fast, where they're slow, who's fast, who's not, you know.
You've been doing some practicing. How is the wrist? How was the arm? Okay?
Yeah, it's all good, you know. When I first started karting again last week, it hurt, but then gradually the more you do, the better it becomes.
And this track here at the Dubai Kartdrome is a very physical, twisty, turny. You're going to need that arm to be a top peak.
Yeah, that's why I was training at Al Farsan when I first came back, and I had to do like long sessions so that could help me for Dubai. And also I'm pretty good at Dubai because last year I got second in the O-Plate. So hoping to, for round 4, I'm just hoping to finish the race, you know. It's basically practice for O plate.
So this is really, we talk about testing and we test the kart and the engines. This is a test on that arm, isn't it?
Yeah, it's to see if I can handle it, you know.
Yeah. So we're not really expecting anything, we're just going to see what happens.
You know, of course, a driver, whenever they go into the race, in their mindset, they have to give a full push and like hope for a win. But for me, everyone's telling me just finish the race safely. Yeah, because also I'm out of this championship. I've missed a lot of rounds now. So Dubai O-Plate is really my main focus.
Okay. Now, you said you were second in the O-Plate last year here at the Dubai Cardrome. What's the key to a good lap at the Dubai Cardrome?
So mainly in quali, a lot of people like to use track limits. So if you keep it in the lines, a lot of people get penalties. And, you know, it's really important in the chicane. You got to do the chicane good. And also you need a pretty good engine. Dubai, you need a very good mid, so you can gain in the tunnel. The tunnel is a very important spot.
And so far, have we got everything that was on that list?
So first session, P7, so it's not bad. And second session, we're just trying new things. I only did a lap because, you know, my arm, I hit my arm pretty hard. But then, you know, I wanted to keep it safe, come in the pits. And the last session was pretty good. Only 1.5 tenths away from P1. We finished P8, but yeah, in the beginning we were stuck at like P2, but then we dropped down. We need more consistency.
Well, you know, you've just coming back off a broken arm. I mean, we're delighted to see you back in the kart where you should be, Faris. You're a lot of years away from needing to be behind the microphone. So I'm going to shake your hand and wish you all the very best of luck. And don't push too hard, because take it slowly. I'm saying that to a young racing driver as if he's going to take it slowly.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
No such thing as taking it slowly.
See what I mean? Pointless.
Well, last time out at Al Ain Raceway, the DD2 class was boosted by the reappearance of Theo Kakati. Theo, a win last time out. You're back here at the Dubai Kartdrome, possibly for the farewell tour of the season, I think, before you go back to college in the United States?
Unfortunately, yes. I've enjoyed my time here in the UAE and competing in the UAE Championship. We did our first race, our debut back, and our debut in DD2 as well, and that went spectacularly well. A little problem in the final, but we still managed to get it done. So we're looking very excited to racing here at this track. It's a very tight and twisty track, a lot more physical compared to Al Ain.
Yep.
But I think we're going to put on a great show and a little bit more competitive drivers as well at the front now. So let's just see how it's going to go.
Because it's the biggest DD2 grid of the year by some margin. Max Dexter, the double defending champion, has come back as well. There's yourself, along with a lot of the championship regulars, Suleiman Zunfari as well. You mentioned the physical nature of this circuit. So what's going to be harder to overcome, the circuit or the rivals?
I mean, we're going to have to see. I mean, we're in practice right now, and it's very close between us. So I don't think it's going to be as easy as I was in Al Ain. I had a lot of lucky races where I was able to pull a gap and pull away. But on this track, tight, twisty, physical, it's all going to come together, and I think it's going to be a close race here. And I'm happy that Karting Live TV is going to be able to cover it all.
Because, I mean, this is a very different type of circuit. You've got Al Ain, Al Fassan, Yas, and then here. It's almost a bit like a street circuit, isn't it? There's a lot of buildings, there's a lot of a residential area, businesses around the place. You know, there's not much room for error if you go off, is there?
Absolutely not, especially not even if you go off, but if you're going through a corner. A lot of tight barriers on the corner here, and it's kind of cool. You're driving and you'll see just random people if you're paying attention off the track, you know, on your cool down lap, of course. When you're racing, you're concentrated, but you just see people watching, and it gives you that, you know, street aspect to it, and especially that last part of the track, so technical and so fast, and you're just like skimming the barriers every single time.
Because it's a circuit of two halves. The first half of the circuit, obviously you've got the bridge, you've got some fast-flowing sections out the back, and then the last section, as you said, is very tight, very twisted. When it comes to setting up the kart, do you sacrifice one half of the circuit for the other? Or can you get a setup that works on both halves of the circuit?
To be honest, setting up the kart, you ideally want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're making sure you can get out the corner as quick as possible. On this track, there's actually a bridge, so you would expect to have more right corners, but because of that bridge, it's about like an equal amount of left and right. So Yeah, it's going to be interesting. As long as we've just set it up to get out the corner and maintain tire durability, and that's just it. That's what it comes down to. But the DR car is handling very well. It's very fast, very comfortable and easy to drive here. So there's not much we've done to it, to be honest. It's just put it on and it's going.
I mean, there's a championship fight going on, behind you, like Tyler Harris, Adam Malek, Mark Bassier, what have you. Yourself, you're here, Max is here, not a title contender, but you can still take points off all those championships. Does that worry you at all about being around the people that are fighting for a championship?
Of course, when they're going at it, you don't want to get in the way. You don't want to be that guy. But end of the day, I'm here to win, so I'm not going to be thinking about their championship when we're on the track. So everyone also is here for the next race. There's Dubai Open after this, so they're all in the same boat.
You mentioned you were able to start at the front at Al Ain and stay away. Is that going to be possible here, to get a gap, or is it going to be a real bun fight from the start to the finish?
I can definitely see probably around 6 or 7 drivers fighting for the lead. So it's going to be, I think it's not going to be able to pull away unless second place is white lining it. So I think it's going to be a good fight, and hopefully there'll be some cool Karting Live TV angles to capture it all, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, Theo Kakati, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
So we're here in DD2 World, and I've got Tony Hawk, recently out of retirement. It was a conversation we had at Al Ain, Tony, that we kind of didn't really understand how these things connected their final drive to the rear axle. Because as if karting isn't as complex enough, here we are in DD2 with a complexity of 2 ratio of gears to choose from. Yeah. So if you wouldn't mind, I'm all about the technicals because I'm a geek. If you wouldn't mind, how do these things drive? How does the motor connect to the rear axle?
So fundamentally, you can see obviously there's no chain drive on these things. To the purist, some people don't like it and other people do like it. But essentially, the drive to the rear wheels is via the axle, which passes directly through the engine. And then the way that you get power and drive is this thing here acts similarly to a slip clutch, I guess, and that has a male and female hexagonal fitting.
So that's that chrome mechanism, that chrome looks like a work of art.
Yeah, so that has you can see there are a number of ratchets that you need to do up with the right torque. And then when you open that, if you open it to the end, you'll see there's a hex nut female fitting that side, and the male fitting is on the engine side.
Now that we've got one of those things over here, Tony, Nick will come across with the camera. We'll swivel the motor around as if that's just fresh off a...
It's not long. So essentially the silver element that we saw on the engine there fits over this hex nut, and then once it's clamped down, there's 4 or 5 plastic rings which basically act as the torsioner as well. So you'll all of the drive and everything goes basically through this hex nut, male and female.
And we talk about the 2 gears that you guys have to play with, which is left-hand paddle for first gear, right-hand paddle for second gear. That all occurs in this gearbox area.
That's right, yeah. And it's all on the sealed side of the engine. You can't see it if you open the engine to change a gasket, for example, but there's balance gears inside, and all the magic happens inside the engine, yeah.
Is it fixed ratios, or do you guys play around with ratios?
There will be a set ratio which you're allowed to use, but they can go from 32 to 37. Typically in this region we go 33 to 36. We don't usually use a 37 gear.
Dubai Kartdrome, I've kind of affectionately called it a round the houses race without the houses. It's very tight, very twisty, and also the barriers are not that far away. But I've asked you guys before, how many gear changes are you making? This track here, unique and quite a presence on the calendar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I reckon you're somewhere in the region of 24, 25 shifts, maybe a lap.
And is that so? Is the majority of the track in second gear or first gear?
Well, it's about 50-50 to be honest. Yeah, here because you've got the slow corners, you're shifting up off the exits. And the straights aren't that long. You do get into second in both, but yeah, it's momentarily.
Is this track, Tony, all about punching out of the corners and not necessarily about getting into them right?
I think for me, you need an engine set up with good bottom. You do need to get off the slow corners, the twisty bits. But of course, as with all tracks, you need to set your kart up for the last corner, because down the straight there is where you lose and gain the most.
Yeah. And you're still loving it?
Unfortunately,
That's why you're here.
Unfortunately, yeah. I'm still trying to wean myself and give it up, but it's very difficult. I enjoy it so much.
It is. And we enjoy having you here, Tony. Thanks for that insight. We'll talk about the technicals throughout the broadcast, I would think. Thanks, Tony.
Well, this week we're going to do a guided tour of the Kart Advisor Academy setup. Team manager Sofia Necci is here as well. Now, your father Paolo, he set this up, KAA. This year, you've got some extra help. Reese Hunter is here as well with Kai Hunter to sort of help develop the drivers and a bit of the knowledge about Rotax. First of all, let's talk us through your team this weekend here at the Dubai Kartdrome.
Okay, well, this weekend we have 7 drivers.
Okay.
We have basically 1 in each category besides micro. So we have the Mini right there, who unfortunately actually flipped last session, but he's doing good. And then we have Sami and Murad for juniors. Good improvement this week.
Yeah.
And then we have Kai in senior together with Enea. I think they're currently driving right now.
Yep.
And then we have Kyle Blockley for the
Ky-
D2 Masters.
Kyle Blockley in DD2 Masters. Kyle's got the Gladiator on the back of his crash helmet. He's also got a very, very good logo that everyone should live by, I think. One life, live it. I think that's a really good, that's a really good, moniker for everybody to have. We'll have a look around there. There is the Gladiator itself. So what's it like having Kyle in the team to start with, from the oldest to the youngest?
I mean, he's the oldest, but it doesn't feel like he's the oldest
No,
necessarily.
he's a child at heart, really.
Yeah, he's a child. So it's nice because the last time I raced, I was in DD2.
Yes.
So in some way, even though he's the oldest one, I feel like I'm one of the ones that can be the most helpful to him because that's the last experience I had in karting.
No problems. Well, let's have a little look around the inside of the KAA thing. There you've got some additional drivers here from Peregrine Racing, this weekend.
Yeah, so this isn't technically exactly one of our drivers, but we know the mechanic really well, and we just had him stay with us because why not? Just the environment. Yeah, he's just staying with us.
And of course, the development of the team. I suppose you've got recent Kai Hunter coming over from the UK to sort of give you their sort of knowledge and to sort of help bring the team together. What have they brought in terms of the level of preparation? Because this looks like a very European style setup now, with each car having its own specific bay, mats, mechanics. Has that been a help to you this year?
Yeah. I think for a while, especially here, the mechanics like to, let's say, work together a lot, which is a good thing. But European style is way more individual. Let's say everyone wants to have their own station, their own toolbox and everything. So I think they have more responsibility than they used to have when we first started the team. And then obviously they have way more knowledge over, let's say, the tuning, the fine tuning of every detail, whether it's setup, carbs, exhaust, everything.
And of course, now you're the only female team manager here in the UAE. Does that, being in this part of the world, does that sort of mean that, is that sort of, how would I say this? Do you feel as though an extra bit of responsibility, or you're a bit more of a figurehead to show that women in this part of the world can, achieve great things in terms of the seniority of motorsport?
I mean, disclaimer, I'm not really team manager. I mean, I am. Currently, when my dad isn't here, we split the team manager roles. I am more of the coach, but a lot of the prep that goes behind the scenes before I will do that. But no, to be honest, I've been in this sector my whole life. Honestly, the pressure is more about the fact that my dad owns the team and the fact that I'm only 18. Has nothing really to do with.
No, that's fair enough. Well, let's have a little look down at some of the workstations. What goes on between the sessions? What do you try and achieve between the sessions, between the drivers, getting people to sort of get into that sort of European style data, feedback, coaching, what have you? Let's have a little wander down here. So, first of all, who have we got here then? Who have we got? We got Sam.
Yeah. So this is Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
What's life like working under under the thumb of Sophia?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, she's doing a lot of things. She helps us out a lot.
Yeah.
She keeps stuff on track. And she's also a really nice companion.
Oh.
Yeah.
But again, now being a team manager or standing team manager, being responsible, telling drivers where they need to be at any given moment, is that part of your job description?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I try to help whoever, I would say the team managing isn't exactly managing the setup or the driver. It's more about, is there an issue? I need to find like a solution for it, whatever it might be. So obviously we help him a lot the same way we help everyone a lot with everything.
Okay, so 7 drivers, every class covered apart from Micromax. What are we hoping for this weekend? What time are you hoping for?
If you want.
Okay. Well, no. Last time he did really well, and we could have really achieved the P like in the top 5.
Yep.
So, I mean, now we have the O plate next week as well. So I would just say a lot of progress. I'd love to see him do what he wants and what I want. I would say like top 5.
And do you find that having this setup now have you found that it helps the drivers, it helps organisation, keeps things running smoothly, having sort of this style?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, every time before a race, we kind of study exactly where the go-kart should be placed, know? So whether the juniors are together, but for example, here stands a senior, because...
Who's on track at the moment, by the way?
He's Enea. But the Enea is usually followed by the mechanic of Sami.
Okay.
So by standing next to each other, if they ever need to, share thoughts over what should be changed, then they can do that.
And it does make a difference being either here and here, or say from here to the other side of the awning. It just saves a couple of tenths of a second, saves a couple of seconds, isn't it?
I mean, maybe not on track, but
no. But in terms of the organisation, making sure that everything.
Yeah. I mean, we're a bit unlucky every time that we're here instead of there. So today I had to go a bit up and down, but
A little walk to the dummy grid.
yeah, it's okay. It's just more. We just need to be more organized than usual. That's it.
Good for your step count.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
true.
There we go. Okay, well, thank you very much, Sofia Necci. That is the Kart Advisor Academy, becoming more and more European every single round. One of the teams making a big return to the paddock this weekend is Origin Motorsport. Origin started last year, but you've got Spencer Trahorn. It's your debut this weekend in the UAE, isn't it? How are you finding it to start with?
Yeah, so to be fair, at the start of the day yesterday, we were pretty slow because it's the first time on the track. But we're gradually getting quicker throughout the day. We're sort of towards the pace now. We're about to bang on new for the second time. So yeah, we're 5 tenths off right now, and hopefully we can go quicker. We were on old and everyone went new last time.
I mean, because there's 45 or 46 in seniors, so the battle for even making it to the main event is going to be intense. What do you make of the circuit, of the atmosphere around the Dubai Kartdrome?
Yeah, it is a very good track, to be fair. It's very hot, so that brings up the atmosphere loads, to be fair. And to be fair, I don't have much else, so I don't know.
Now, you're here this weekend. You're going to be here next weekend as well for the O Plate. This is a real one-off chance to just get away from the UK and to experience racing in a different culture, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Hopefully, we could be up there for the O Plate and put a challenge into all the other drivers. But it brings what comes. Crashes can happen. Anything can happen at the end of the day. No, exactly. Now, in the UK, you're from a racing family. Your older brother Brodie raced as well. Is that correct? Yeah.
So this is something that you've grown up with. Where do you normally race in the UK? Home circuits?
Home circuit's probably Forest Edge, but championships the NKC.
The National Kart Cup, yeah, as a championship that Karting Live TV know well. So comparing this to Forest Edge, how would you compare Dubai Kartdrome to the Rob Dodd School of Karting?
A lot better. Like too much. It's like living in a hotel and then living in the slums.
This being the hotel, I'm taking it. Hello, Rob, by the way. I'm sure Forest Edge is a lovely place, but this is a different culture altogether, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's the best, probably favourite track so far.
Okay, now, goals and aims this weekend, realistically?
Goals, hopefully a top 10. We've got it, probably got it there. And then aims is just to finish the A final without getting roofed.
Because learning the track and as well, setting it for next weekend.
Oh yeah, we should be. Hopefully we're on pace for next weekend, considering we're racing this weekend as well.
Okay, great. Well, Spencer Trahorn, new to Dubai, new to the UAE, like living in a hotel, he says, compared to the UK.